You.
Tina Chanel, welcome to the Mental Margarita Show. It's an absolute pleasure. How you
Yes,
feeling? How you feeling? How was your day?
I feel really good. My day was good.
Oh, that's cool, man. My day was good too as well. So,
Yes,
Kingston, Jamaica?
yes, that is where I'm from. That's where I was born.
Man, tell me about it. How was it like growing up in Kingston, Jamaica?
Okay, well, I have to make this like more clear. I didn't grow up in Kingston, Jamaica. I was born in Kingston, Jamaica.
You were born.
Yes,
Okay.
I came to the States at a very young age, so I don't know what it's like growing up there. I didn't spend like my younger years of my life there.
Oh, okay. So you were born there. So
Yeah.
we would have to ask your mother, how was it like for her, maybe? But you
Yeah,
from Kingston?
their family members, that kind of question, because I grew up in I originally, my first stop was Miami, and then I came to New York.
Miami. I'm from Miami.
Yeah, I lived in Miami,
Yes.
then I moved to New York.
Wow, that's what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
So being in the States, let's talk about the States then. So you're in the
Okay.
States. How was it like growing up in the States?
It was a little bit difficult, I will say that, just a little bit difficult because, I was constantly being reminded from like, my family members that you're not an American, so don't behave like that. Like you can't do what they do because you're not them.
Right, right. That's crazy. And you
Yeah.
know what? I mean, I was just talking to a friend of mine
Mm,
today, and just the way that we were raised, the way that we're raised, just so
yeah.
different. So you were
Yeah.
raised with lots of manners and values and all those good things.
Yes, I was okay. So funny you asked that. I had a curfew until I was 21.
What? Oh
Mhm.
my goodness.
Yeah.
21? What what was the curfew time?
Oh my God, it's so 10 o'clock.
But you know what? That's what made you become who you are now.
Oh my God, I was very sheltered growing up.
Oh, I'm so happy for that. Because now you're ready to get wild and you're ready to hit the scene, and modeling became your theme. So
Yeah.
tell me about that world. You're modeling. How did it start?
Oh my God. Modeling saved me. I would say that modeling saved me. Um, it started as I was not trying to be a model at first because, okay, I'm not a tall girl. So, a lot of us, we watch, obviously, like America's Next Top Model. That was my show.
Yeah.
So then when I always said this to my grandma, like, I want to be a model, I want to be a model. Then she would always tell me, like, that's demonic because that's demonic because of, watching the show and the things that the women had to go through.
Yeah. Yeah.
They sometimes you had to just, the challenges, and she would just
For real.
yeah, she would just say, why would somebody want to do that for a career? Why would you want to cut off all your hair or I don't know, pose in the snow? You're gonna get sick,
Craziness.
like or something like that. And I would just say, I'll do it. So she would just be like, no, that's not good. Like, the
But you know what? Let me say this to you though.
yeah.
By you being sheltered,
Hmm.
that's why you said yes to everything. You're like, yo.
Yeah. So it was yeah. So it was out of high school. I didn't have a job, and I was in college, and other things going on with me. And I originally wanted to be a makeup artist because my grandmother constantly said, modeling is not something you should do. Like, no, like that is demonic. It's not
Right.
good. Clothes in front of people, like, things like that. And she didn't like that idea. So I was just like, you know what, being a makeup artist is the next best thing. I my friend put me on to like YouTube, and she told me I could teach myself, and
Yeah.
that's what I started to do. So the more
You do a good job. Look, yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
So I became better at doing makeup, that's how I was able to get backstage. I got booked to be on like the makeup team for these fashion shows.
Wow.
So not nobody else. So I know what's for me is for me. Like I said, nobody in my family worked in the industry but me. I've made connections on my own. And it's like when I do all these things, then I have like certain family members ask you, like, how did you do that? Like, how you get there? How you this? How that? And it's like, I'm never gonna say, oh, remember when you said blah 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 blah, blah to me? No,
Right.
I'm
Right.
gonna. I you know.
Important. Yes.
Yeah, it's just I'm not gonna be like, oh, remember when you said I wouldn't be this, I wouldn't be that, or this wouldn't happen, or that would happen.
Well, you know why? You know why you shouldn't be like that, and I'm glad that you're not like that. The reason why is because we have to remove the ego in
Yeah,
order for us to learn from
it's
each other.
hard sometimes. I'll say that when people try to
Sometimes
play you,
you,
like,
you gotta teach
like,
people.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's okay to teach them. It's not a big deal, and
Yeah.
that's great. And I really feel that you have a lot of superstar potential and
Thank
quality. Uh, do whatever you want to do. So we wish you the best here on the Mental Margarita Show. Now, let me ask you this:
Yes.
any advice that you would like to give a young woman like yourself,
Mm-hmm.
inspiring, whether it's modeling, whether it's being in the music, whatever, it doesn't matter what it is. What piece of advice would you give them?
I would say that follow your first mind. I would say, like I say, I'm gonna say it every time. Let God order your steps. Don't let nobody scare you.
It's the hashtag right there.
Yes,
You
you
got to
let
write a book called Order Your. I mean, I love it. I love that.
God
Yeah.
orders your steps. No, nobody else. Don't let nobody scare you. Don't allow family to scare you. Don't allow friends to scare you. Don't allow outside opinion to scare you. And no matter what you were born into, you can make your life change. You could do a whole 360.
Right.
Don't allow nobody to tell you that it can't. Take that out of your vocabulary. Don't use those words. It will happen. It may not be tomorrow, but it's gonna happen. You keep moving and you keep making connections and you keep being authentic, you keep being a genuine person, you'll get yourself into where you're the right rooms. It's not going, and success is not overnight.
No.
It's gonna take some years. You're gonna have to, this is something you're gonna have to stay up late nights, you're gonna have to wake up early, you're gonna have to really be out here getting it. So don't expect overnight sensations, because there is no such thing as an overnight sensation. Those people have been working for a long time. We're just knowing about them.
That's right.
That's
For
right.
a
So
very long time.
stop. Don't allow nothing nobody says to you, and don't allow what you were born in
That's
to
right.
be your end all. That doesn't define you.
It does define you.
My grandmother always told me, and it's nothing tried, nothing done.
That's right.
So
nothing
yeah.
tried, nothing done. I'm telling you, getting so much words of wisdom. Chanel.
Tina Chanel, yes.
Tina Chanel. Chanel, I thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
on
you.
The Margarita Show. Now, if they want to get in contact with you or follow you in any kind of way, you have any information for us?
Yes. Okay. So if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, it is Tina.Chanel, TINA period CHANNIEL YouTube. If you want to follow me on my Instagram, it is the real Tina Chanel all together. And I also am on TikTok, same word, same name, the real Tina Chanel.
I'm telling you, you can see that YouTube experience coming out, man. She knows this stuff. Tina, it's a pleasure. We love you at the Mental Margarita Show.
Pleasure having me. Thank you so much.
God bless you. Let's shake the world.
Yes. Bye.
Bye. I got Kayvon Tyree. This is my buddy. We've had some great times. I mean, we really had some really magical times. Singer, performer, artist extraordinaire. This guy has graced so many stages in Las Vegas. Fantastic soul, fantastic person, and a showman, an absolute showman. And it's a pleasure to have you on the show. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I just got to give you love because I knew when we met, I know you was making moves before because I knew you had stuff in, Cali and all that other stuff. And then you talked about this show. And then like maybe 3 months ago, I saw you syndicated interviewing another person.
You're in New York, 87, you moved to Vegas,
right.
Age 15, you're a teenager.
Right.
And then all of a sudden now this is a whole different environment that you're in. What was that transition like?
Well, first I was like right about 12 when I moved in. My family and I moved from Vegas to Vegas from New York. And the transition was very slow. I said it's best, but very slow because New York is a quick-paced environment. It's very much, boom, 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 boom. Even though I was a kid and I didn't really know, I did see like this a lot of noise 24/7. You come to Vegas, 87, early 88. In our part of town, we're right by the North Air Force Base. Very quiet, very serene. Outside of, maybe a plane rattling, making some noises, we're by the base, that kind of thing. But outside of that, just a slow moving pace. And it was just a different environment that, I barely understood the New York environment, much less adjusting to Vegas environment. But it was a slow adjustment.
Wow. So here you are. So you've always had a knack for music. You had a knack for singing. And I see that you joined the choir, Clark County. You're in the Clark County choir. Tell me something about that.
So I got into it at 15. What happened was a family friend, we were doing the Upward Bound program. For those who don't know, it's a program that they have for junior high school kids. They usually have it around UNLV, at least they did at the time. And they just help kids, get their classes up, get their school up, give them good, motivation, keep them out of trouble, things like that. So I'm doing this, and there's a class that we're doing in one of the buildings at UNLV, and I'm just singing. I'm just not even thinking about it. The friend hears me sing. She goes, "You can sing." And I said, "Nah." Then some other girls heard me sing, and they was like, "Ooh." And I was like, "Hey." So at the time, I had a lot of, insecurities, a lot of issues with self-esteem. So when you have a thought that you think is good for yourself, and like your mother or your parent or a loved one says they don't think that's right for you, that cuts you really deeply. And I don't think they meant any ill will by it. Right. They just wanted what's best for you, and they know it's a hard business. But for me, it just cut really deep. So you just do other things. I got a gazillion jobs. Ended up having a child who's 22 now, beautiful kid. You just kind of go through and she's a beautiful lady, but and go through the peaks and valleys. But then I had some things happen in my life that made it very challenging for me. And by then, by these challenges, I'm like in my late 20s, early 30s. And it just took me away from my family, took away from my kid. And I'm just like, what am I doing? Why am I just going through the motions when obviously this is a thing that just completes me and centers me? So once I came to that realization, I just stopped BSing myself and just said, no matter what I'm doing, this is the end goal, is to make music, sing, and be a performer. And this was 2009 when I made that decision. So I left town for a while. I came back. I took like 3 years off of Vegas. I came back in 2009, and I've been working ever since.
Wow, that's fantastic, man. And I'm so proud of you. And I'm proud of everything that you're doing. If someone wants to follow you, know what's going on with you, how do they do that?
It's pretty simple. You can go to any social media platform. You can look up Kevon Tyree, which is Kevon, and then Ty, 2 Rs, 1 E. If it's a strange name, Black people names. What do you want to do? We're weird like that. It's not like that. So if you want to catch me anywhere, go there. Or if you even want to make it simpler, you can go to linktree.com/Kevon Tyree, just the way I spelled it. It'll have all my social media there where you can go do it, which includes tickets to the Purple Rain Show, which we do every week. Also, we have the new show that I'm doing on Memorial Day weekend, which is the Maxwell Show that I got coming up on Memorial Day weekend.
Look at that.
Yep. So I'll be doing that on Sunday, May 28th. So if you're available, come on through, kick it. You can even go see, put this right here, put the QR code on there. Let me do it the right way.
Scan it, guys. Scan it. Scan it.
Put the
If you're
scan on
watching,
it.
scan it.
There you go, right there. $40 each. Will be hosted by R&R Radio, Mr. and Mrs. R, an international online radio show. They do old school R&B and new artists. And they've been doing that for, 10 years now. They're amazing. They're down with iHeartRadio, and they do amazing stuff. And yeah, man, my job is just to stay employed. The best way, right? So let's just keep it moving. Come out and see me, man. We'd be more than happy to see it.
You guys got to fill the seats. Keep this man employed. He's a phenomenal guy. I love him dearly. Kevon Tyree, nice to have you on the show. Introduce yourself to the world.
Yo, what's going on, world? I'm IWT. I am straight out of Birmingham, Alabama. 205 area code. Yep.
There you go. Straight out of Bama.
Mm-hmm.
And welcome to the Mental Margarita Show.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. I am grateful for the opportunity to be on the show. The Most High bless us all to be on here. So I'm happy, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so let's talk about your childhood. So what, have you been a musical guy all your life?
Part of it, I was very into sports too also. So it's the balance of both of them. I was a football guy, playing football most of my life, and then I came to a crossroad by 18. I didn't get no scholarships for college. I could have played, but I would have had to set out 2 years because of the academics. And I said, you know what? I'm not gonna wait for that because I may get the good grades and still don't play.
Right.
So I decided, I said, well, it was either music or acting, because I went to school as a theater major anyway.
Wow.
Alabama State, yeah. I was going for that. Then, I discovered music recording back in like early 2000s, maybe about 2000 when I got 19. My old teammate, he was still in school, and we had got real cool, and I noticed he had an 8-track in his room. I said, "Y'all be rapping it?" And I said, "The microphone, said, y'all be recording?" He was like, "Yeah, we do this." And back then, get on the CD was everything.
And you got the 8-track, man. You taking it back, baby.
Yeah, I got the 8-track. Then he started making his own CD and said, "Hey, man, I heard a song." I said, "Wait a minute, y'all on the CD too? Where y'all be recording that?" Ever since then, I fell in love with it. I always been a fan of it. I always wanted to do it, but I'm a fan and a student first before anything. Then I'm all about the message. I've always been about the message from day one. I never changed.
Yes.
I never changed. Yeah, I think that's more important.
To be about the message.
Yeah, I never changed that. I don't care if you can rap fast, how fast you rap, how slow, but do the people get the message?
Yeah.
And a real one.
In a real way, yeah.
Yeah, something that they can take on with them that can be with them in their soul. See, when I make a record, I'm not making just a song. I'm making a song that I hope it can carry on throughout your life. And and hit your soul. That's what I do it for. Because you're speaking to millions of people. So when I'm in this booth recording, I'm not just speaking to Sarah down the block. This going worldwide.
You take it all the way.
The album I'm working on now I'm not finished yet. I guess more songs ago. But Break Bread is one of those records that basically, to sum it up for you, it's a song about a person that brags about how much money they has, whether it's a he or a she, right? And they brag to their peers. I got all this money, man. I can buy this. I can buy that. Now, his friends don't have the money that he or she has. The whole point, they want bragging rights to boost up their self-esteem. When the friends start asking, well, hey, since you got all this money, hook me up. He or she's not going to do that because the whole reason is to keep them at the top and oppress them mentally and financially, or mostly mentally, not financially, mentally. So if you bragging, break bread with me. That's why I say in the chorus, you don't want to do that. You just want to talk about your bread. But you ain't breaking bread with anybody. You can follow me on my Instagram, Slykat T-Dog. Yeah, you can get my Instagram mostly. Yeah, Slykat T-Dog.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Yeah. Get me on there most of the time. That's why I be in it. 80% of the time, that's what I'm at on Instagram anyway. So yeah, you get me on there.
All right, we'll definitely make sure that people check you out, man. And we're gonna play Break Bread. We're gonna play it on the show. So you guys stay tuned to that. And sorry for the technical difficulties. We had some weather, bad weather going on, man. But it was an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, boy.
I'm not concerned with the money you got, cause the money you got not going in my pot. Break bread with a player, break bread with a player, you don't wanna do that. I'm not concerned with the money you got, cause the money you got not going in my pot. Break bread with a player, break bread with a player, you don't wanna do that. Congratulations, it's the pocket full of stone, and you not trying to give nobody no bone. Struggling, gotta feed our seed. It's really in need that things go to change. It won't stay the same. A person with a bunch of money, one day your money will depart from your buddy. You lack a lot of wisdom. You will be a victim. Right now you on top, and you will drop. Don't beg nobody. I work for mine. That's the reason why I stay on my grind. Concerned about me, understand G. Better days is coming, and man, I can't wait to get that cake. Might smile so hard when I get my money. Don't you bother me, dummy. I'm not concerned with the money you got, cause the money you got not going in my pot. Break bread with a player, break bread with a player, you don't wanna do that. I'm not concerned with the money you got, cause the money you got not going in my pot. Break bread with a player, break bread with a player, you don't wanna do that. The money you got was given to you. You didn't work for that. That was given to you. Mommy and daddy gave you wealth. You all about self. I'm I'm a self-made dude, motivated dude, go-getter dude. Do you feel me, dude? You love bragging rights. The time will come when the bragging is over. Giving the cold shoulder will be obsolete, like the wealth. You're foolish in the mind, still blind, refuse to wisen up and see what's up. People tired of hearing garbage. You a clown for seeing the people down, make you feel better, not giving up no cheddar. Sad little fella, get your act together for them hustlers here about you coming around the corner with you. I'm not concerned with the money you got, cause the money you got.
You're starstruck, here's a sprinkle of the stardust. Hold your champagne glass and your cigars up. See the guys with mob ties drive the cars up. Bright lights, most nights they buy the bars up. Candy coated Chevy cars on the highway. It's Frankie baby, it's on and this is my way. Dean Martin at the Sands this Friday. With Sammy Davis, here's a little hint where I stay. The city shines like Liberace's mansion. And you know Elvis had the whole city dancing. Showgirl silhouette steady prancing. Shout out to June, just the Copa Girls anthem. Legal gambling, yeah, that would tempt me. It's Sin City, holy water couldn't cleanse me. And Wayne Newton had the crowd in a frenzy. Live at the Stardust, the seats never empty. Now if you having a good time in Las Vegas, at the count of 3, I want to hear you scream, Viva Las Vegas. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Viva Las Vegas! And Main Street was the official local beer stop. Enough slot machine noise to make your ears pop. The cigarette girls walking souvenir shops, while Red Fox had them laughing till the tears drop. Before Steve got a win at the right time, Sig and Roy had a long circus lifeline. Now the strips got a lot of neon light signs. Would you agree there's not another city like mine? Years later, Mayweather got the city high, and everybody